The Top Gun director gets his hands on a new major movie. Tom Hanks reprises a fan-favorite role, and one of the best games at the moment will make its big screen debut. Plus, the Accountant film series keeps the excitement going. Emma Mackey joins a huge franchise, and the Avengers have plenty more big news to share. Grab a snack. Here's the KinoCheck news. A new movie from the world of Miami Vice is currently in development. According to the industry portal The Hollywood Reporter, Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski will be responsible for the project. The cult show Miami Vice from the 80s revolves around two undercover cops, played by Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas. In a total of 5 seasons, the two fight against organized crime in Miami. The crime series significantly shaped television and pop culture in the 80s. Back in 2006, the series was already adapted into a movie by the brilliant director Michael Mann. The cop duo was played by Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. However, at the time, the film flopped at the box office. But even the gloomy reinterpretation has achieved cult status among fans today and enjoys a loyal fan base. So now Joseph Kosinski is devoting himself to another film adaptation. With Top Gun Maverick, the director has already proven that he can successfully create a modern take on an 80s cult phenomenon. Kosinski is also known for his directing skills on the Tom Cruise film Oblivion, as well as Tron Legacy. The screenplay will be written by Nightcrawler director Dan Gilroy, who last contributed as a writer to the acclaimed Star Wars series Andor. However, it's not known yet who will be starring in the new Miami Vice movie, and it's also difficult to estimate a release date due to the production's early stage of development. But we'll keep you up to date as things progress. The hype surrounding video game adaptations continues unabated. According to Variety, a live-action film adaptation of the hugely successful game Split Fiction is now in the pipeline. In the leading role, Sydney Sweeney. Split Fiction was developed by Hazelight Studios and published by Electronic Arts. It combines elements of fantasy and science fiction. The story follows the writer duo Mio and Zoe, who are trapped in their own fictional worlds. And the video game focuses on co-op gameplay, split-screen battles, platforming, and individual character abilities. The game was launched on March 6 and was enthusiastically received by players and critics alike. According to Hazelight, it sold over 2 million copies within the first week of its release, a figure that continues to grow rapidly. It's still unclear which of the two main characters Sydney Sweeney will play. According to Variety, the decision will be made at a later date. The film will be directed by John M. Chu, known for Wicked and Crazy Rich Asians, and the screenplay is penned by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who are known for their work on Deadpool and Wolverine. As it's still in the early stages of development, a release date for the Split Fiction movie is not available yet. Fans of Tom Hanks and gripping World War movies have cause for rejoice. The acclaimed Apple original Greyhound is getting a sequel, and the team from the first part is back as well. According to Deadline magazine, Tom Hanks is once again taking on the lead role of Captain Krause, and he'll also write the screenplay. Aaron Schneider will direct Greyhound 2, like he did in Part 1. The plot of the sequel will presumably be set on the beaches of Normandy. It'll take Krause and his crew on a dramatic journey to the Pacific. The objective is to make a decisive contribution to the outcome of the Second World War. Currently, talks with the actors from the first movie are in full swing. Stephen Graham could be back, for example. He recently caused a stir with his Netflix hit Adolescence. The first Greyhound movie was released in 2020 and was nominated for an Oscar. Based on the 1955 novel The Good Shepherd by C.S. Forester, it stars Tom Hanks as an inexperienced U.S. Navy commander who leads an Allied convoy under attack from German submarines after the U.S. enters the war. The film was well received by critics and audiences alike and was inspired by the real Battle of the Atlantic. Initial information suggests that filming for Part 2 will begin in January 2026, and a release date has yet to be set. The Avengers are reuniting. Filming of the long-awaited Marvel sequel Avengers Doomsday has officially begun. Directors Anthony and Joe Russo revealed this on social media, including a first set photo. It shows the chair of Robert Downey Jr., who is known to be returning for Avengers 5. However, it was announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 he will not be playing Iron Man, but the villain Victor Von Doom. The film is being shot at Pinewood Studios in London, and this is set to continue into the summer. However, things will resume shortly afterwards, with Avengers 6 Secret Wars scheduled to be shot right after the 5th movie in the series. We also know part of the cast of Doomsday already, and it's certainly impressive. Marvel announced almost 30 cast members in a major livestream event a few weeks ago. Among them are numerous X-Men actors such as Ian McKellen as Magneto and Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Characters from the currently running Thunderbolts and the upcoming Fantastic Four are also part of the team. Of course, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and Paul Rudd as Ant-Man will be present as well. And according to reports, it won't stop there. Among those not confirmed yet are Tom Holland as Spider-Man, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. Some other well-known actors are likely to join the cast too. For example, there have been long rumors about an appearance by Hulk, She-Hulk, and Hulk's son Scar. Presumed concept images have already been leaked. Chris Claremont, author of the X-Men comics, recently announced that the character of Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen, will apparently be returning, but in a good version. He also mentioned that although Vision belonged to her, his return was still unknown. The theatrical release of Avengers Doomsday is already known. It's scheduled for May 1st, 2026. This means that the start of filming on April 28, 2025 is almost exactly 1 year before the official theatrical release, which is actually quite late for such a big movie with an elaborate post-production. We're excited to find out what awaits us after the long Avengers break. The upcoming Netflix adaptation of the Chronicles of Narnia is making progress. As the industry portal The Hollywood Reporter informs, an actress has now been found for the role of the White Witch. The actress in question is sex education star Emma Mackey. The White Witch is actually called Jadis and is the antagonist of the Chronicles of Narnia series. The powerful sorceress has, of course, also played an important role in Disney's previous film adaptations. There, she was played by the Oscar-winning actress Tilda Swinton. Now, Emma Mackey is set to fill her shoes. The actress is known for her roles in Barbie and the new adaptation of Death on the Nile, for example. She also appeared in all episodes of the popular Netflix series Sex Education. For the Narnia reboot, she'll once again be working with Barbie director Greta Gerwig. Gerwig will direct the new movie and also write the screenplay. It'll probably be based on the book The Magician's Nephew. Chronologically, the novel is set at the beginning of the fantasy series by author C.S. Lewis. It focuses on the children Diggory and Polly. They discover a door to the other worlds with the help of the magic of Diggory's eccentric uncle and witness the creation of Narnia. Over the past weeks and months, there have already been initial casting rumors. Hollywood legend Meryl Streep is currently being considered for the role of the lion Aslan. Aslan is a pivotal character in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Another rumor concerns Daniel Craig. The James Bond actor could take on the role of Diggory's uncle Andrew. The new Narnia adaptation will be released next year. The movie will have a limited IMAX theatrical release for 2 weeks from November 26, 2026. After that, there will be a Netflix premiere at Christmas. And it is planned that there will be more than just one movie, but it remains to be seen how much of the fantasy saga will eventually be filmed. So far, there are 3 movies in the series: The Lion, The Witch and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. After Anna Kendrick played a central role in the first part of The Accountant, she was surprisingly left out of the sequel. However, this is now set to change, as Kendrick is expected to return for The Accountant 3 in a role as Dana Cummings. Although The Accountant 3 has not been officially confirmed yet, plans are clearly in full swing already. In an interview with IndieWire, director Gavin O'Connor indicated that he's even planning a change in style. Less thriller, more road movie. Ben Affleck's Christian Wolff, his brother Brax, played by John Barenthal, and possibly also Dana, are to embark on a turbulent trip together in a pickup truck. A plot? Not necessary, joked the director. According to O'Connor, he's already spoken to Anna Kendrick about a return, and she's interested. Her comeback would not only enhance the dynamics of the main characters, but also allow for a romantic development for Ben Affleck's character. It remains open whether The Accountant 3 with Anna Kendrick will actually happen, but you can watch The Accountant 2 in movie theaters right now. That's it for this week's news. Do you think Marvel is getting back on the right track? And will Disney be able to apply this to other areas as well? And by the way, with the massive video game film adaptations being produced at the moment, we'd like to take this opportunity to recommend our latest movie preview about the Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel. As always, you can find this video and many more trailers and news articles in the KinoCheck app. And in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. The film series based around Sonic the Hedgehog has become a genuine box office hit for Paramount Pictures. The first 3 parts alone have grossed over $1 billion worldwide, and a 4th part has already been announced for March 19, 2027. According to a recent report by The Wrap, the studio is planning to massively expand the Sonic universe, with several spin-offs and possibly a new series. Speculation is particularly focusing on the dark anti-hero Shadow the Hedgehog. The post-credits scene of Sonic 3 already had fans excited. It seems that Shadow is ready for his big appearance. A solo film with the character makes perfect sense, especially since Shadow has been one of the most popular characters in the franchise since his debut. In addition to Shadow, other familiar characters are becoming the subject of rumors as well, such as Tails, Sonic's loyal friend. He could also get his own adventure. Voice actress Colleen O'Shaughnessy recently expressed her excitement about the idea of a Tails film, and emphasized that she would find it fantastic to have an origin story for the character. Knuckles, who already took center stage in a series released in 2024, could also be given a larger role on the big screen. Now, while nothing is known about a second season of the series yet, a feature-length Knuckles movie would be the logical next step. This would not only add depth to the character, but also make room for new characters such as Team Chaotix. So far, the movies have only covered a fraction of the huge Sonic universe. Characters such as Rouge the Bat, Silver the Hedgehog, Fang the Hunter, and Big the Cat are still waiting for their big moment. Spin-offs would give Paramount the opportunity to expand the world of Sonic in a more targeted manner without overloading the main storyline of the film series. What exactly Paramount is planning remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The Sonic franchise has not only proven to be commercially successful, but also pop culturally relevant. With over 30 years of history in video games and comics, the universe offers almost infinite potential for new stories and characters. We're excited to discover what the future holds for the franchise. A huge Star Wars event took place over the past few days, Star Wars Celebration 2025 in Japan. So let's take a look at all the highlights and announcements. It's been known for a while that Deadpool and Wolverine director Shawn Levy will be directing a Star Wars movie. Now Lucasfilm has given a big update. The movie will be called Star Wars Starfighter. A few weeks ago, there was also speculation about the casting of superstar Ryan Gosling. At the event, it's now been made official that the actor will indeed take on the lead role in Starfighter. Gosling is, of course, a familiar name to most film fans. He's performed in movies such as La La Land, the stylish gangster thriller Drive, and most recently as Ken in Barbie. Shawn Levy also revealed the first plot details. Starfighter will be set 5 years after Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. However, the film will not be part of the Skywalker saga, but rather tell an independent story with completely new characters. Filming is scheduled to start this fall, and a release date has already been announced. Starfighter will reach movie theaters on May 28, 2027. An important part of the event was also The Mandalorian and Grogu. The movie is set after the 3rd season of the popular Star Wars series The Mandalorian. Of course, Pedro Pascal will once again be seen in the leading role as Din Djarin. As in the series, he will be accompanied by Grogu, also known to fans as Baby Yoda. A particular highlight of the panel was the presentation of a first trailer. It mainly shows the Mandalorian in action. The story seems to take place, at least partly, on an ice planet. Likewise featured in the trailer is Alien and Avatar star Sigourney Weaver as a leader of the New Republic. Also shown was a picture of Din Djarin without his helmet. Fans of the series know that the Mandalorian only reveals his face in absolutely exceptional cases. After a break of more than 6 years, the movie is set to breathe new life into the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian and Grogu already has a release date. We'll be able to see the 2 heroes of the series on the big screen from May 22nd, 2026. There were also some updates on the 2nd season of Ahsoka. Perhaps the biggest news, Hayden Christensen will once again be seen as Anakin Skywalker. The role of Baylan Skoll will now be played by Game of Thrones star Rory McCann, as the previous actor Ray Stevenson sadly passed away. Fan favorite Admiral Akbar will also be featured in Ahsoka, and filming is currently underway, with the new season due to be released in 2026. There will also be new episodes of Star Wars Visions this year. 9 fresh episodes will be available, including sequels to existing episodes. Visions Season 3 will be released on Disney Plus on October 29, 2025. And a separate spin-off series has also been announced from an episode from Season 1. This series will be called Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi. Another new animated series is Star Wars Maul: Shadow Lord. The focus is of course on the popular character Darth Maul. The series is set after Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Maul is the leader of a criminal syndicate in the underworld. Maul: Shadow Lord is set to debut on Disney Plus in 2026. We can also expect the 3rd season of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures in fall 2025. Moreover, the industry portal Variety has reported that another new series is being planned at Lucasfilm. So far, only the creative team is known. The series is being developed by Lost showrunner Carlton Cuse and his son Nick Cuse. But at the moment, there are 2 Star Wars projects waiting for us. The 2nd and final season of Andor is currently streaming on Disney Plus. And in addition, fans can look forward to the animated series Star Wars Tales of the Underworld from May 4th, 2025. Next year, the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping movie will be released. Now, they finally found actors for 3 of the key roles, including the main character. The first official cast members are Joseph Zeta as Haymitch Abernathy, Whitney Peak as Lenore Duff Baird, and McKenna Grace as Maysili Donner. The new Hunger Games movie will be a prequel that is once again based on a novel by Suzanne Collins. This time, the story centers on Katniss's later mentor Haymitch Abernathy. He's chosen for the 50th Hunger Games, in which twice as many tributes have to compete against each other due to it being the year of the second quarter quell. With Joseph Zeta, a newcomer has now been cast as the young Haymitch. The actor has so far only appeared in smaller productions. Soon, the actor will also be seen alongside Florence Pugh and Challenger star Mike Faist in the Netflix series East of Eden. In the 4 original movies, Haymitch was played by Hollywood star Woody Harrelson. The character is among the fan favorites of the Hunger Games film series. With Whitney Peak, an actress with a little more acting experience has been cast as Lenore Duff Baird. Peak appeared in a leading role in the Gossip Girl reboot, as well as in the Netflix series Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, for example. Her character, Lenore Dove, is Haymitch's girlfriend. The two are separated when Haymitch has to participate in the Hunger Games. McKenna Grace is best known for a role in Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. She plays Maysili Donner in the new Hunger Games film. Like Haymitch, she's also a tribute from District 12. The role was highly coveted, as it most resembles that of Jennifer Lawrence's Katniss. According to those responsible at the studio Lionsgate, the 2 actors were selected from hundreds of applicants. Further casting news for the new Hunger Games movie can be expected in the coming weeks. After all, filming of the prequel is scheduled to start in July 2025 already. The film will once again be directed by Francis Lawrence, who has directed every movie in the franchise since The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. The movie will open in cinemas on November 20th, 2026.